This is Gabby Delapiani for Chem 1412, and I am performing Lab 9, the determination of vitamin C by redox titration. So I've done all my preparation, and now I'm on activity 1, developing the standard curve. I've created all my solutions in my cups. I've got my unknowns over here, but I'm not really on the unknowns yet. And then I have my waste cup. So for this activity, I have already prepared the 0.5 grams per liter of the ascorbic acid sample. I have it in my flask already. And next, I have my syringe prepared to drop into the flask. Now, during the preparation, I did do the sample where I tested the 2,6-dichlorophenol, and I tested that to see what the blue would look like, so I have an idea of what it looks like. So if someone was to do this lab, they would need to do that also, just to get an idea of what the color should look like. And my endpoint will look like that. So once I put the drops from the syringe in, I will calculate what the final volume will be from the syringe when it hits that endpoint. So since I have everything prepared, I will go ahead and do that. Okay, so in the lab description, it said that it may create a yellow tint to begin with, but it needs to be a green or blue color by the end, and it never created that blue, but it has the green tint to it, so that will be my endpoint. It did take a lot from the syringe, but I will calculate the final volume I have on here on my data table. And then on the next two parts, I will do the same preparation, but instead of only adding 0.5 grams per liter of ascorbic acid, I will add 1.5 and then 2. So that may change the amount. I don't know. I'm about to see, but once I conclude that, that will be the end of activity 1. So for activity 2, I will be using the unknown solution prepared in the preparation part of the lab, where, let me describe what the unknown has. So it has some of the ascorbic acid solution in it, and some pure water. So that's the combination, but I'm not sure what it exactly makes, and that's why it's the unknown solution. And so in this activity, I'm just titrating the concentration of it. So I'll be using the same method. I have my DC PIP in here, and I'm going to fill up my syringe right now to 5 milliliters, trying to not let any air in. Right there. Okay. And I've already put my unknown in here, and it said 2 milliliters. So I'm going to add in the drops and wait until there is a uniform color change. Mix it up a little bit. Nope. Okay, so we have a color change that took almost most of the syringe for this test. I will test the unknown for 2 more trials, and then that will conclude this activity, I believe, as well as a lab. So after I finish that, I will be able to analyze the difference between what the ascorbic acid had between the unknown, and kind of figure out what happens after that. So that will conclude the lab.